Well, YouTube, I want to talk about why we are in this camper. Yeah, and we're not in the driveway, so let's talk about it.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream. So we went ahead and decided to do kind of an impromptu little last minute deal. And the only way we could do that is, of course, Heidi's working and she can't get off. She just doesn't have any free time to get off because we have other plans later on this month, and that's gonna take up whatever vacation she has left, plus she can finagle some days later, but for right now this is the best that we can do. So we decided to go to Cuttys Sunset Park. I don't know if you guys know where Cuttys is, but it's not that far from our house, and actually the drive to Heidi's work is almost identical. I think it might be 1 mile longer for her to get to work. However, it's faster because she doesn't have to go through all the traffic, at least coming home. When she gets off work at like 5:30, 6, whatever it is she gets off, whenever she's driving home, she's definitely in a lot less traffic if she's driving to this park. So we didn't capture the day like we normally would on our trip out. So I'm going to throw it over to Heidi when she was back at the house, and she was kind of excited about us going camping, and I was getting stuff ready, and I told her, grab the camera, just say something to the camera.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out RV Daydream. And today is a beautiful day, and we might be going somewhere because the steps are up. How about that? Well, anyway, we'll keep you posted as to where we're gonna be for the next 3 or 4 days.
After she shot that, we got the trailer all hooked up and we took off. Because Heidi's working, she has to have her car. She has to have her car with us, and she keeps it in the overflow parking. And actually, today, my truck's gone and her car's here, and I'll tell you about that in a second. That was all my fault. Basically, though, she wanted to follow me out instead of me following her. And I'm kind of glad she did. It was kind of nice to see the trailer from another angle. But here we are going. I'll just show you a couple of clips so you don't have to see the whole drive. And yeah, it was a bumpy ride in some spots.
So we're headed out today to Cuttys. I'm pulling out. I'm going to let Michael, I'm going to follow Michael. Smell that exhaust. It's a little breezy out today, so I wonder how it's pulling. I'm sure just fine. I don't see it whipping around. Roads are sure bumpy through here. I don't even ride in this lane going to work. It's like a butcher block. Right. Okay.
So,
You're the.
bumpy buggy.
Oh my God! You're like a butcher block in front of me.
No. Was the camper bouncing?
Oh yeah. It's bouncing around. It's going straight though.
Yeah, it's going straight. Yeah, the reason I didn't go down Union was I forgot how tall this trailer was.
Oh, it definitely should go underneath the bridge.
Yeah, it should.
That's what everybody else says.
Yeah.
I don't know what the height thing is.
I don't know either. No, I can't remember what this was. 11'2"? I don't remember.
Yeah. I know it's supposed to be taller now, but hell, I don't know what it is. Which way are you going?
Going up Beeson and then making a right onto the next road, whatever that may be.
Okay. You're going left on Beeson or? Oh, okay. Okay. Do the little roundy round.
I put 87 octane in this so I can tell.
No. Here we are, Cuttys Sunset. Woo-wee! Where in the hell's the buzzer? Jesus, how am I supposed to push that? Yeah, here for camping. Lebo. Thank you. I'm not a real fan of campgrounds that have like totally permanent campers. I don't know, I just think it's weird. Maybe we'll be one of those people one day. You never know. These people, some of these people literally look like they live here. Golf court corral. No idea where we're at because I didn't really pay attention. 827 or something like that.
Our spot's decent. It's easy to get into. Of course, we have pull-through sites that are across the street from us, and they were really easy to get into, obviously, you know, with something directly across from you. So we're all backed in, and now we're good. We're in good shape here. So as far as hooking up, Heidi's got some random clips here that she filmed, and she's funny, some of the stuff she says, so I'll just put all that stuff in.
George.
Only on you. What are you doing?
Pulling up my pants. Pants on the ground, looking like a fool.
I'm following you around.
That's good.
We need an all unlock button.
We just need to get more power.
They're so expensive.
They are expensive.
This stuff here needs moved.
No, I like
We got food stuff and stuff. Well, as long as you keep it water related, I suppose it would be okay.
Oh, I see. I got the seal of approval.
Yeah, well, as long as you ain't got the poop stuff in there. There's carpet.
Oh, poop stuff. Why did you say something about
What'd you
poop
forget?
stuff? Nothing.
Oh, what's wrong with it? Is it broken?
Oh. I broke it at all.
Where's our air filter or water filter at?
And on the RV, it's built in.
I know. You sure that it works?
The water filter?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do we have to have it?
water filter?
Yeah.
Not necessary. No, not really.
So if it ever fails, we'll just cut it out.
Yeah, I bet you it's full of nothing right now. Bet you there ain't nothing on it right now.
That's what happened before at home.
Yeah, because it ran out.
It should be super
That's
dry.
tight. That's a tight seal.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
look.
there's water in there.
Yeah, but
Just a little.
filter's kind of clean. And it's leaking just like
That's
everybody
oil.
else's.
That's like an oil.
Oh, really? Let me
Yeah.
see.
No. Nope. Underneath the filter. See how it's like an oil?
Yeah.
Must be some kind of a pump oil or something, or motor oil.
Yeah, it's all in there. I see it.
We'll have to put some of those good Greg and Karen paper towels in there.
Yeah.
Get that stuff all soaked up.
I don't even know where they're at. Surprised they're not
Someone's
unrolled.
reach.
Yeah. I would have had them out earlier, but you didn't answer me.
Someone's reach. That's the question.
Probably not. I'm guessing not. What is that, about 15 feet?
I don't know, where's the... remember when we were in Fort Myers? Remember how the hose was just like stretched to the limit just to make it?
Yes, I do remember that. I
Yeah.
also remember when we were in Tennessee that we had a flood.
No, it was just coming out. Remember?
It had to do with the pump.
Yeah, it just had to come out. Remember?
I'm not hooking it up. I'm not hooking it up. Mr. Perfectionist. It's gonna work. We don't need another hose. See up in here. Oh, look at this shit rusting already. You're gonna have to tackle that. Let's put some undercoating on it or something. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Thought it was a snake or something. It's all getting rusty underneath here. Stuff is rusty. Bolts are rusty. That's rusty. See how rusty that is? What the hell is that?
Hey, hold that hose away so I can...
big old chunks of rust underneath their camper.
What?
Right here. Right there.
I don't see it.
I'll show you.
I think you're full of it.
You'll see it's nothing to worry about. It's the same rusty shit that's on our truck.
So it's surface rust?
Yeah, right here.
That seems awful loose, don't it? Okay, where's the surface rust? Yeah, somebody bolted that on and then changed it. Changed the setting. Maybe it's the where they shipped it. Most of that over there.
Minnie. This is exciting. I could do all this if I had to. But I'd rather watch you do it.
I know you do.
It's kind of like cooking.
I know, I do all the cooking, even though
Yeah, you wish.
you'd rather watch me do all the cooking.
Yeah, you wish you did it cooking.
I wish
Good thing you got gloves on doing that. So many people don't have gloves on doing this. I don't get it.
These are for eating, right?
Yeah. So they get some kind of disease. You do a fine job. Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Would you look at it?
Looking at your butt.
Would you look at it?
So all these guys up here, they look like they're permanent campers. They're all set up for the whole season. I don't know about these couple that's next to us, but there's definitely a lot of seasonal campers here. Lots. Maybe 80%. That's what I'm thinking. They have a pool. It looked pretty nice. And they have a camp store. But like I said, there's tons and tons of seasonal campers here.
Just checking out the speeds here at the park, and they're good. With T-Mobile and the Wi-Fi booster, or the cell data booster, the Wii Boost that we've had, the older one, you can see what the download speeds are here, which is more than dandy at 130 megabytes per second, or megabit per second. And then as far as the upload, which may allow me to actually do some video stuff, yeah, check that out. That's a good upload speed. I'm happy with that. I can deal with that. It lets me get stuff done. That's all I know. Yeah, I don't think that I would necessarily have this without that Wii Boost antenna that's back there. So, yep, good news for me.
What's the chances that I'm camping again, and the last time we were camping on over-the-air broadcast is the long trailer? Guess what? The long trailer's on again. I don't believe it. I cannot believe the exact same show is on again over the air. It's just spooky. Now that we're all set up, everything's pretty tranquil. We went up to the Mexican restaurant that's in Hartville. Of course, that's not that far from here at all. Hartville Kitchen. There's so many places, but Sunday, it's a religious type town, so everything's pretty much closed on Sundays, except, some of the franchises and fast food places, stuff like that. So Heidi wasn't supposed to work until 11 today. I write the schedule on a board at home, and I was telling her, I said, boy, it's going to be nice. you get to enjoy the morning, before you go to work. And she said, well, I don't like driving home or driving to the campground at night. She just don't like driving at night. And I said, well, what I'll do is your car's in the overflow. I'll take you up to it, at 11. That way you can drive to work. And the overflow parking that they have here is really secure. It's in an open field. It's a nice area. And then whenever she gets done with work, I will have the truck already in the overflow parking where she was parked at. And she could just park her car then back at the campsite here. That way, when she comes back at night, she can come straight into the site. We don't have to worry about overflow and walking and all that other stuff. It'll be taken care of. So we went to bed last night, kind of late, a little bit late. Slept really well, and Heidi was having her morning coffee. She was sitting out on the porch or out on the picnic table, and then all of a sudden she come into the room and she said, "Hey, you wrote down my schedule wrong." She goes, "I just happened to check," and she goes, "I close next week. I don't close today." She goes, "I'm late." So that's why my truck's not here. I said, just take my truck. I said, there's no sense in us dorking around trying to get to your car and all that stuff. Just take the truck and go. So she took off, but she made it there in record time because it's close. It's relatively close, like I said, and it's an easier drive, more rural driving to get to her work. Probably about 3 miles of her drive normally going to work is stop and go, city traffic, 35 miles an hour, traffic lights, that kind of thing. Whereas from here, she has very little. I would think she has maybe 1 mile at the absolute most of city traffic. And even then, I don't think there's maybe one traffic light she would get stopped at. So, of course, she got there a lot quicker. So now that catches you up to today. And look at what I'm doing. What else would I be doing? It's just typical. It's, me editing video. The nice thing is we had hamburgers on the grill the other day. Heidi knew that we would have leftovers if we did hamburgers on the grill. So she had them in the refrigerator for me. That was nice. Just fired them up. Again, the high-speed internet's really quick here, so I'm going to try to get these videos uploaded. I'm shooting this with my phone because my camera, the little monitor, that requires a charger to charge it up that's separate, and I left it at home. So I'm going to have to get that so I can reuse this camera. If not, I'll just be talking blindly into the camera, and I won't be able to see what I'm capturing. So if it's too dark or too light or something like that, I won't be able to make adjustments. I definitely need to charge that screen. So that's what I'm doing. Sitting here editing video. It's a beautiful day out. We've got the awning out, and we've got a couple of tie downs holding down the awning because the wind gets kind of rambunctious here a little bit. It is an open area, and we do have storms that'll be moving through supposedly tonight, and then probably the next day and the next day. I don't know how strong they're going to be. I know today's going to be relatively warm, but hey, I'll take it. It's better than sitting at home. It's kind of a catch-22 when we go camping. We would like the break. We would like to get away from the house. We would like to enjoy ourselves. However, we also need to do work at the house so we can get to the point where we'll downsize and sell the house. So it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough that we're in between. Now, I have a good feeling that there might be one more camping trip that might be later in the season. I don't know when or how exactly, but I think we'll have one more. And we do have a vacation that has nothing to do with RVing that's planned a little bit later. So I don't know. I want you guys to tell me. I know that I have a problem whenever I see RV channels and I watch YouTube channels because they are RVers, that all of a sudden they're in Italy for the week. And it has nothing to do with RVing. Or, they went to another country and they're in Australia just hanging out. I like the RVing aspect of it, and I like that story. Do you guys tune out whenever that happens? I know I kind of tune out whenever they might be, on vacation without their RV for a week or so. Now, if that's not the case, I can document this family trip that we're going to and tell you all about the area. It's not going to be a campground. It's not going to be in an RV, but there will be a drive. I could talk about the drive and as far as the gas mileage and stuff on the truck, even though it won't be pulling an RV. And of course, we'll be doing stuff, checking out restaurants and stuff like that. And I can document all that. If you guys want to see that, let me know. And I'll just plan on bringing the cameras and we can shoot video of that whole trip. But other than that, we're going to be documenting the stuff that we're doing at home. All right, that's it for now. I got to get back to editing and we'll see what today brings.
So at the end of our street, you can see they've got shower houses here, bath houses, whatever you want to call it. And obviously you can tell today is Monday because everybody's gone. You seen the other day when we came through here, all the golf carts that lined here, and this place was just loaded with people. Now, even though they have a real nice splash pool, you can see over there, it's a thing that fills with water and then it dumps. The pool isn't very deep. I think the pool's only like 3 foot deep, the whole thing, that entire pool. Man, is it just packed full of people whenever, the weekend, obviously. But you can see how many permanent campers we have here. I mean, it's like a mobile home park back there. Although they're mostly RVs. There's a lot of them out there. And this is a relatively big campground. I think there's like 400 sites. And pretty much most of them look like that. And then right here is the camp store. It's got souvenirs and all kinds of stuff. I'm sure I'll check that out later. So I'm going to hop in Heidi's car and go get my truck. But I got to run to the house because I got a package delivered. Plus some other stuff too. We actually have some things I got to pick up and drop off at Heidi's work. So it's an errands run. Good news is it's not terribly far. Like I said, for Heidi to get to work, it's the same distance pretty much as when she drives from the house to her work. However, it is in the exact opposite direction of our house, so I've got to, do double the distance here. But there's her little car. I'll go grab it. All right, so back at the house, I went ahead and picked up the package that we had delivered. I got our towels. There's a solar lantern. Only a few of you guys that watch this will know what we're talking about. Specifically the people that went up to Wisconsin Dells with us. We have this solar powered lantern that has Bluetooth that plays music. It's in the back seat. And we have forgot to bring it with us so many times. And because we brought it in the house, we showed somebody the speaker. And we never put it back in the RV, the old RV or this RV. It's in a part of the living room where I don't normally walk, and as soon as I went over there, I'm like, yes, the speaker. I forgot all about it. So I picked that up, and I got to go up to Heidi's work, and we got to do the car switch. And I mowed where the RV sits at, since it's an empty spot. I was going to wait till we got back, but since we got rain in the forecast, I figured I'd knock it out real quick. So that's it. Not a big deal.
Today is Monday, day number 2 of our little camping trip. After I went to work, we headed out to eat at the County Line Bar. But other than that, we went to a couple other places, and we stopped by and seen Karen and Greg at Friendship Bakers. We surprised them, and we had good conversation, and then we headed home because we were going to eat live with mosquitoes. That is one thing here, that the mosquitoes aren't that bad, but when I came outside from the camper, and before I got to the picnic table, I had a freaking tick on my hand. So anyway, it was pretty uneventful, but it was enjoyable. It's nice to get out and check out the local fair or local places. We went out to Kent, Michael's old stomping ground, and went to the 11th Frame Lounge, and he met up with a guy that helped him bowl when he was younger. But tomorrow's another day, and of course I'm going to work. Woo. And hopefully Wednesday gets here soon, because then I'm off. As always, hope to see you out there. Bye.